Stan Gibilisco here, virtually from the Long Wave Ranch, 7 miles northeast of Cody, Wyoming. A little notion for you on Sidehill home construction. Should you ever decide that you want to build a home in an environment that has relatively cold winters and yet sunny winters, such as Cody, Wyoming, you might take advantage, in addition to wind and solar electric power, you might take advantage of a system like this. This is called Sidehill construction. Here's the earth, this gray shaded region here. That darker shaded region is the steps leading up to your front door, and in the case of Cody, Wyoming, towards the equator would be south. So south would be off to the right in this drawing. You would be looking east. North would be upslope in the hill. And so this much of your house would be actually under the ground. You'd have insulation here, and you would have something to keep the water from coming into your house. That can be a problem with side-hill construction like this. And then you take advantage of several different technologies. First of all, your windows are on your roof, which slopes sharply and faces towards the equator, or south in the case of Cody, Wyoming. So that winter sun, which I have, and this was taken in February, by the way. This picture I took with an iPad in February looking southeast. And I believe part of the property actually does go down slope over here towards the south, off to the right-hand side of this illustration. Sun shines in these windows, and this is simply a space up in the top of the house that's designed to get really hot when that sun shines in there. And these dark surfaces absorb that short-wave infrared that comes through the windows, and then they re-radiate the long-wave infrared, which can't get back out through the windows. So this surface not only gets very hot during the daytime, but will stay warm for a considerable part of the night, even in February in Cody, Wyoming. Actually, when I was here at this Long Wave Ranch in Cody, Wyoming in February, it was in the 40s and 50s. Most of the winter out there in Wyoming is in the 40s and 50s. It's only that once in a great while you'll find. Well, now I'm talking about not Jackson Hole and Yellowstone. That's a lot more severe. But there's a lot of sunshine everywhere in Wyoming, and it'll heat this space up. Then you have a concrete slab going all the way around like this. That is called a thermal mass, and what it does is it warms up from these dark surfaces, and also from the sun shining in these front windows on the main level. This whole business heats up. You'd have dark furniture, dark carpeting, things like that in here. The problem of how you keep them from fading in the sunshine over time is another issue, but what you do is you make sure that this thermal mass gets good and warm, and then it'll retain that heat during a significant part of the night. So this is called a passive solar Sidehill house. And that is basically what I might contemplate were I to build a place on the Long Wave Ranch. I doubt that I will. I doubt that I'll build a place there. I might build one right here in the Black Hills, but we don't get a whole lot of sun here in the Black Hills. And that's another thing you have to consider, that with passive solar, any kind of passive solar design, you have to have a relatively sunny climate, and Cody, Wyoming is, in fact, not only relatively sunny, but very sunny. Sunnier than most of Florida, in fact, in terms of the number of days of sunshine a year. Not quite up to Arizona's level, but then in Arizona, your problem would more likely be cooling rather than heating over much of that state. Stan Gibilisco signing off.